Continuing on with my kiln slash backhoe shelter slash sawmill building. In this video I'm going to frame in shelter for my backhoe that you see in the back there. And in the front, next to kind of the front of the kiln, is where the sawmill will actually sit. So this building's just long enough to be able to fit the sawmill at one end and have the backhoe pull in and be completely sheltered. By keeping this building under 400 square feet, I'm avoiding having to buy a permit and make plans. Luckily, I was able to fit everything I needed in under that limit. Hi, boy. Hey, baby. So it was pouring, you know, like an hour ago, but looks nice now. It actually smells like the ocean this morning. Like, even though we're so close to the water, you never would really know it. So today I'm picking up where I left off yesterday, and just got to double check my work last night, and then I'll take this wall and throw it up on top of there, and then the two beams go on top of that, and then I can figure out the rafters. So it's 32 feet, maybe 2 feet, 16, so there's going to be 17 or 18 rafters to cut. Fire up the backhoe and bring them over. Glad this tarp stayed on. The tarp didn't stay on the concrete mixer. Poor thing. I just realized it'd probably be best if I got up there and just pulled it the rest of the way up from up top. But I have no ladder to get up there. So I gotta figure this out. Not too bad. Okay. God, it took forever to cut those things. But now, I'm gonna throw them up there. I've got kind of a plan to do it, so since it's so high. I mean, this is like 16 feet and that's 12. No, that's, okay, so that's 14 feet. And that's 12 feet. There we go. Well, another day, and it's a breezy one. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do today is I'm going to mix up that half bag of mortar I have left and see if that's enough. If not, I'll make some more with sand and Portland cement. And I'm going to hit little spots I missed, and I might mix up a little concrete too, because I forgot to trowel that like a dummy. So this side's pretty good, but just the edge, the top edge there's just a little bit I need to get. I didn't quite mix up enough concrete to get the bottom like I was going to. Once I do that, then I'll jump back up and get this hopefully sheeted. And wow, look at those clouds. It's super windy, so that'll make it a little more exciting. As I was hurrying at the end of the day, I missed that the first block should have been 1.5 inches shorter to stay on layout, and instead I just went with the full-size blocks from the start, and therefore I got to redo all of them. All right. So, I think with it being so windy, I'm going to go ahead and throw in the permanent braces next, and then I'll sheet the deck. Oh, and I'll also fasten these bottoms in. That should make it a little safer with this wind. Alright, I'm going to take a break, then I'll come back and throw the bracing in. Alright, got that brace in. Eventually I'll fill this in and make it all part of the rain screen. And I got this guy nailed on with a bunch of those 5-inch 20-penny stainless nails. And now I'll put a brace from up here on down. I also got in this brace here. Okay, now I'm done and ready. But last thing I did was I went and nailed all these off and put some Simpson screws in. And these are all stainless steel Ticos. So I got all the temporary bracing off and I removed all the nails, cleaned up. Now I'll fire up the backhoe and lift up the wood and finally start sheeting. I'd set the camera up there this morning and like started it thinking I would be sheeting in no time, but it's been all day. Oh, that's how it works. Okay, let's see if I can get this sheeted today. So there was a couple of structural elements that I added as well to strengthen the structure, and I added a couple of bolts that bolted the ends of each beam all the way through down to the foundation. Basically, you can see here there's a hold down bolted into the beam itself, and then it goes down through the top plates and bolts into the stud, and then the stud at the bottom bolts down into the concrete. So I also have hurricane clips all along on this side. Hurricane clips. And that's in addition to these blocks that I've got. I think you can see a little better over here. So you can see my blocking here. It actually hangs down about an inch below the beam. So I've got toenails going through the bottom of those blocks and into the beam. This roof is super strong. And I also added all these screws. Simpson screws everywhere. You can see them up there. Don't mind the wood. I'll get to that video eventually. I just wanted to show you all this. Show that it's not just nailed.